Youngsters from all across the North are getting a unique opportunity. With an eye to skills training, Northern Gateway is partnering with the Metis Nation of BC and the Justice Institute. It's all to provide training that otherwise would not be offered outside the Lower Mainland.
These trainees are being put through the drill and have been for 3 weeks already, training to become emergency medical responders, something in short supply across Northern BC.
The gap for EMRs, for emergency medical responders or primary care paramedics in the industry field is huge. The industry proponents with all these projects that are opposed to the resource development that's expanding, they're taking the paramedics out of the community to work up north and in the oil patch and in the fields and in the mines.
These students were handpicked to take the training and feel every minute is worth it.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy. There was going to be a lot of doubt on the way, and it did come. Like, there was days I did want to quit and felt like I couldn't do it, but then you have a ta-da day and it all falls in place.
It was everything I expected, even more. It's an amazing course. It's intense. You have to do your reading. You have to be up on your scenarios. But yeah, it's a good course, a really good course.
EMR training is typically done out of the Justice Institute in the Lower Mainland. It requires a student to stay in the city for several weeks. Roughly half the trainees are from communities beyond Prince George, communities like Sekedene and Dawson Creek. For some, that kind of commitment is a challenge.
I come from an isolated community, so the closest home base, I guess you would call it, would be Prince George. So it's a lot easier for us because it's already hard enough to travel away from home that far distance. So it's a little closer to be in Prince George, and I appreciate the opportunity to have it here.
I would have found a way because I was very interested. But I guess for some people it would be very hard, I'd imagine, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you can find a way, because at the end of this 4th week I'm going to be an emergency medical responder. That's awesome.
The program was 2 years in the making, and Colleen Hodgson says there will be follow-through.
We'll be following up with each and every student out of here for at least 6 months following the program to find out what their retention is, where they go, whether they get employment, who they work for, whether they move out of their community, which is really important to us because some people do want to stay in their communities. So it's building those strong communities but connecting everybody and collaborating with everybody.
With this training, these students can work within their own communities or work for the various resource sector industries in the region. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.